Morning, everyone. My question for you today is, are you satisfied? My name is Leah Klein, Health and Wholeness Coach, and our verse for today is Psalm 90, verse 14. Satisfy us in the morning with your steadfast love, that we may rejoice and be glad all of our days. What are you looking to for satisfaction? There's lots of things we can be looking to for that. Not that it'll give it to us, but we can look to food, um, which it can satisfy our physical needs depending on what we're eating. If we're eating good quality food, but lots of times we're trying to satisfy something that's actually not something that can be satisfied with food. Another thing that we can use to try to satisfy us is money. And while money is useful and necessary, we need it to pay for the things that we need, like the food. It isn't the be all and end all. It can't ultimately satisfy us. Work, our job, our business, that can provide some measure of satisfaction. There is the satisfaction of a job well done. But if the hole in your life and the lack of satisfaction is not coming from a need for purpose, or something that the work is not necessarily going to fill. Sometimes it can, sometimes it can't. Depends on your job and the work you're doing and how aligned that is with what God wants you to be doing. And maybe some purposes he has for you. Sometimes there is some fulfillment in that, but it's not going to fill, it's not going to satisfy that deepest hole, that deepest need. According to our verse, what actually satisfies us in the morning is the steadfast love of God. Another way of thinking about that is, the never-ending love of God, all-encompassing love of God. It's sure, it's solid, no matter how crazy things may seem right now. His love is still sure. It is still steadfast, and his sovereignty is still in charge. He is still in control. And I also wanted to remind you, as we wrap up our video for this week, that in basically another week, on November 15th, my new speaker series will be starting, Seeking God, Find Connection in an Isolated World. And it is free as usual to listen during that time period. And so do take advantage of that, jump in, and the interviews will be sent right to your inbox. And to do that, it's becominggodstemple.com, www.becominggodstemple.com, to opt in for the new speaker series. And I will see you again next week with another verse.